Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm pretty happy with the mock interview. I'm really grateful to get trained by you. It's a really good
Even I
interview.
am
Thank you,
happy
sir.
to train you. If I am happy that I got a candidate who is having so much interest in giving all the answers. So I'm happy for this. So hi Zishan, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I am fine. Thanks for asking. Okay, tell me something about yourself.
My name is Ishan Rahman. I passed class 10 in 2009 from Anglo-Arabic Secondary School, and then I went on to Mohammedan High Secondary School. Uh, I went there to study science. I passed from West Bengal Secondary Education Board, and then I went on to prepare for JEE. In the first attempt, I got around 24,000 rank, but I thought that it is not good for me. In the next year, it got more worse. So for that, I lost my 2 years, and after that, I went on to join. BTech in civil engineering. I pursued civil from Om Dayal Group of Institutions, that is a Delhi Public School based college, and I passed from there in 2017. After that, I went on to search job, and I luckily got a job, landed a job in Siddha Group as a junior site engineer. I worked there for 6 to 8 months, and after working, I thought that this is not the right place for me. I am not feeling comfortable. So that was the thing going on in my mind, and then I started preparing for SSC examinations. I cleared SSC CHSL prelims once, not sorry, railway ALP. I cleared the prelims once, and right now I am preparing for RRB NTPC non-technical popular category. I got around 67 marks, and then I'm preparing for mains exam. Along with that, I'm preparing for West Bengal Civil Service examinations. Teaching is something like which already drives me crazy and peaceful. This is the place where I feel peaceful. I teach students in my home. I started teaching students in my home, and then I started working in a coaching center. The name is Sovel Tutorial Home. I used to teach class 10 students, that is physics, chemistry, along with mathematics. And I used to prepare notes. I used to conduct mock tests. Along with that, I used to solve the doubts of the students while when they face during the class or after the class, whenever they feel like they could ask me. I used to organize teacher meeting. I used to organize
Okay.
parents teacher meeting, and I also used to speak to the parents according for the for the progress of the student. Right. This is what I did,
Okay.
and
Okay.
this is it, sir.
This is it for you. Okay, cool. Okay. So Zishan, don't you think that you have wasted your 4 years in engineering and now altogether from engineering, from civil engineering to a academic background? Don't you think that the lot of time you have wasted in engineering and all? You might have gone for B.Ed if teaching is a career, if it is a profession, and go for B.Ed and do all these things. Why to waste 4 years in B.Tech and then come to all these things?
See, practically speaking, study was not my cup of tea, right? But what
Okay.
happened, my father forced me to study, and by
Okay.
that time, I was not allowed to pursue my passion because of my father, right? So,
Okay.
but what happened over the years, what I understood about myself, that the amount of time I've spent is on studies. Okay, so then I see what happens is like teaching is something which came from my father, that is hereditary. My
Okay.
father, he's himself a teacher, and I feel more comfortable while interacting with students. I see myself into them, because when I was studying, I used to face a lot of problems which my tutors won't be able to handle. So
Cool.
I feel their pain, and I see myself into them, and I try to explain them in such a manner so that it is suitable to them to understand. This is
Okay.
what it is. So I am
Great.
not ashamed of wasting my 4 years. This is what happened, right?
Cool. Great. Okay. But Zishan, why Byjus? We have multiple options in market. Why Byjus?
See, why Baijis is, see, first of all, the reason is Shah Rukh Khan is promoting Byjus. He's like a brand, and Byjus is itself a brand, right? So
Okay, tell me
it is
something.
the
Tell me
leading.
something. If tomorrow Salman Khan promotes Vedantu, then you will shift to Vedantu. Then he's also a brand. Salman Khan is also a brand.
No, the
Celebrity,
thing is
right?
that I am a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan. So see, this is a different thing, right? But no education sector has done that, and if they do, I don't care. But the thing is that I like Byjus because they are like a brand and all. See, what happened is like I went through a lot of YouTube videos where the
Okay.
teachers are expressing their opinions. How do they feel like working there? And I never thought that a teacher could have such a luxurious job. And if I
Okay.
get the privilege of working with Byjus, then it will be like a very good thing to me. I'll be privileged to work with Byjus. That is the thing.
Cool. Who is the founder of Byjus, Sushant?
Byjus, right now, I don't know, sir. I forgot.
Okay. Who is the co-founder of Byjus?
Founder of Byjus.
No idea. No idea. Okay. And which year Byjus came into play? Year of
2011.
foundation? 2011.
2011.
Okay. Cool. Tell me 2-3 companies Byjus acquired recently.
The first one is, I think, Grade Up.
Grade Up. Okay.
Grade Up.
One.
The one, Whitehead Junior, I guess.
Whitehead Junior. Okay. 2. Tell me one more.
I can't recall it right now.
Do you know what is the annual revenue of Byjus?
It's around 11 to 12 crores, I guess.
Okay. And what is the Play Store rating of Byjus?
4 plus.
4 plus. Okay, cool. Okay. So now we'll move to your academic part. Okay. Now I'll give you a topic. Okay. And you explain me about that topic in a brief manner. Okay. Okay. It will be of 5 minutes maximum. Okay. Don't exceed the time. Okay. In that particular time, whatever you know about the topic, try to explain as much elaborative way as you can. Okay. The topic is circulatory system. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So go for it and explain it in as explanatory way as you can. Go for it. Go to the board. You can explain. I am just watching.
See the term circulatory system. What do you understand by the term circulatory system? See, circulatory system, it is a system which transfers various materials to different parts of the body. The materials include like nutrients, the materials include like gases, it can be carbon dioxide, oxygen. It also includes the metabolic waste which our body generates, right? So the metabolic waste includes urea, uric acid. So what happens, what this circulatory system does, it transfers different materials which I explained just now to different parts of the body. This is the definition of circulatory system. Now what happens, this system needs something to perform the function, right? So it comprises of basically 4 things. The first is the blood, the second is the blood vessels, the third is the heart, and the fourth one is the limb, right? So I'm going to explain something about the blood, and you just have a look at that. See, the first point of blood that you can see, what happens that when we ask students that what is blood, we give them the option. Is it a fluid? Is it a liquid? Or is it a tissue? They sometimes tell that, sir, it's a fluid, it's a liquid. But the correct answer is, it is a tissue. What it is? It is a tissue. And what kind of a tissue it is? It is a connective tissue. Now the question arises, what it connects? It connects the different body parts. What it connects? It connects our different body parts. Second point should be, see, we all have seen that blood is of red color. Okay, so have you ever wondered why the blood is of red color only? Because of the presence of a pigment, that is this is the pigment which imparts the blood its red color. Okay. The third point of blood should be how much quantity of blood does a human adult have? See, generally what happens, it comprises around 5 to 6 liters, or you can say 1.2 to 1.4 gallons, or specifically you can say it around 10% of the total body weight. So I hope I made myself clear about the
Cool, Zishan.
amount
Cool.
of blood.
Got your point. Come back. Come back. Got your point.
I can go
Have a
forward if you can.
Not a problem. Have a seat. My focus was how you explain things, not about the topic. Okay. I was just watching your explaining capacity. Okay. Because if I appoint you as a teacher in Byjus, then how will you be able to explain students in a better way? Okay. So I have checked that. Okay. We'll discuss in the feedback session how it was. Okay. Now I'll be asking you a few questions regarding your academic curriculum. Okay. So you have to be honest and prompt with all the answers. Okay. Whatever questions I ask you. Okay. Okay. Cool. My first question to you is Amebia and Paramecium belong to which category of organism?
They are unicellular organisms.
Unicellular. Okay. Which is the instrument used to observe cell?
Micrometer or cell. See this. We can measure the size of a cell with the help of an instrument that is a micrometer. But we can
Micrometer.
use micrometer.
Okay. But what?
But we can measure the size of it with a micro. We can see it through a microscope, I guess.
Okay. Cool. My next question to you is why do we don't feel any pain while cutting our nails or hair? Why do we don't sense anything?
See, it is composed of dead cells, and dead cells do not make us feel anything. So I would say that cutting of nail is just an waste part. It's just made of dead cells. It does not carry the stimulus or senses to our body like a skin or any other part does.
Cool. Okay. Where is the image formed in a plane mirror?
There is the image formed in a plane mirror.
Yes.
Can you just elaborate the question?
Where is the image formed in a plane mirror? Whenever we are seeing ourselves in a plane mirror, so where is the image exactly formed?
Behind the mirror.
Behind the mirror. Go ahead.
Are you talking about the focus, or are you talking about the focus or
I am
whole
only
area?
concerned about the image. Where is the image formed?
See, where is the image formed? The image which is formed, that is erect and that is laterally inverted, and it would be behind the mirror. Simple as that.
Behind the mirror. Okay. Do you know what is electromagnetic force?
Yes, I know. See, electromagnetic force is like the force. It is the lines of force. Electromagnetic force. See what happens. Electromagnet. The term electromagnet means. Suppose I'm taking a material which is not actually a magnet, but when I pass a current through it, what happens? It behaves like a magnet. Okay, so that is electromagnet. And your question was, sir? Can you repeat the question, please?
My question was, what is electromagnetic force?
Electromagnetic force. See, when I pass a current through a material which behaves like an electromagnet or a temporary magnet, when I put a needle around a certain area of the electromagnet, it emits through it lines of force, a force it emits. So this is what I would say, that the magnetic field generated by the electromagnet, or the electric field generated by the electromagnet with the help of the lines of force, that is would be electromagnet.
Cool. What is Faraday's law?
Faraday's law. See, Faraday's law is I can't remember it right now, but as far as I know, it is the flow of current through right hand thumb rule. It is about right hand thumb rule. It depicts, the thumb depicts the direction of the force, the finger depicts the direction of the magnetic field, and the middle finger depicts the direction of the motion.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now tell me the number of valence electron present in magnesium.
Magnesium. So
Yes.
sodium, magnesium, sodium, aluminum, magnesium. Three, I guess. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Three. It would be three.
3. Okay, cool. Okay. What is the outermost shell of an atom known?
Valence shell.
Valence shell. Okay, cool. And tell me now the subatomic particle which have a negative charge on it.
Electrons.
Name the particle. Electrons. Okay. The sum of numbers. Okay. Of protons and neutrons in an atom.
Mass number.
Mass number. Okay. What is the smallest unit of an element which takes part in chemical reaction?
Electrons or atoms.
Electrons or atoms. Okay, cool. Now I want to know from you the generation of periodic table, how it evolved. Okay, from generation, what was the first generation, second one, third one. Okay, and why the generation failed, and why we used the new table. What was the error and flaws in the old one?
See,
Tell me in
periodic
short.
table.
Tell me in short.
See, the first attempt was made by Daubigny. He introduced the law of triads. He told that the atomic mass of the middle element would be the average mean sum of the first and second. If you have three elements, the third element would be the average sum of the second would be having the mass number of the average of first and third. This is what Daubigny said. But at that time, he was not able to prove this law after the ninth element. It failed after the ninth element. Second, what happened? Newlands came with the law of octaves, and he said that every eighth element would be having the same periodic property of the first, just like in the rhythm sa re ga ma pa, right? So this is like it is. And then what happened? Mendeleev came in. And he classified the elements on the basis of again atomic masses. But what happened? He was not able to determine the position of hydrogen, because hydrogen was having a similar properties of the first period and the last period. And again, he did not specify the position of the isotopes. Okay, and lastly, he didn't identify many elements and let the boxes empty. Then what happened? Then Moseley came in. Moseley arranged the elements in accordance with the atomic number. Okay, Moseley arranged the elements in the atomic number, and what he did, he specified the position of isotopes and also inert gases. This is what Moseley didn't specify the isotopes, but he basically corrected the position of hydrogen and specified the reason why hydrogen is being placed in the first group, despite having similar properties of first and seventh group, right? And then what happened? He just clarified many things. This is what it is.
Cool. Okay. My next question to you is there any difference between gravitational force and gravitational pull, or both are same?
Gravitational force and gravitational pull.
Pull. P-U-double. Yes. Are these both names same, or do we have any difference in both of them?
See, one thing is gravitation and the other thing is gravity. Okay, gravitation is the force which a single body exerts onto the another body, and the gravity is like the earth is pulling towards it. So gravity, I can say that it is exerting a force towards each other, towards it.
Cool.
Right.
Okay. My next question to you is, what is displacement reaction?
What is displacement reaction? Displacement reaction, when molecules react with each other or compounds react with each other, they displace the element of the compound displaces the element of another compound. This is what is called displacement reaction. Suppose
give me one example.
Yeah, let me give you an example. Just give me a second. Okay.
Sure.
Displacement. See what happens when sodium chloride reacts with sulfuric acid. Okay, what happens? Sodium forms a bond with oxygen and hydrogen, and it forms sodium hydroxide. This is what it will be a displacement reaction.
Cool. Okay, got your point. Not only what is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity?
See, angular velocity, it is something like which when the particle is traveling through a circular path and the velocity is continuously changing while having the uniform speed, whereas linear velocity is traveling in a straight line with the uniform speed.
There's a formula of it, of this relation of linear and angular velocity. There's a formula.
Omega.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Omega is equals to 2 pi r upon me, 2 pi upon t, I guess. Omega would be 2 pi r upon t, and linear velocity is equals to displacement upon time.
Tell me something. If I divide linear velocity by angular velocity, what is the outcome? If I divide both of them, what is the outcome?
It will be like 2 pi r upon displacement, and it will be like 2 pi upon displacement. I don't know, sir. I think I'm not correct.
Okay. What is 1 radian?
It is traveling 360 degree. 1 radian.
Okay. If a body is experiencing free fall, what will be the initial velocity?
Initial velocity. See, when the body is free falling, supposedly in the case of lift, what happens if the lift accelerates more than the gravitational acceleration? What happens? The body suffers weightless. The body feels weightless, and what happens? Your head might touch the roof of the lift. So this would be like the free fall.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now I'll have some materialistic question. Okay. Have you heard about the Ram Setu pool? Ram Setu flyover in Sri Lanka that connects India to Sri Lanka. There's a flyover, a pool, right? So if generally we throw us, sorry.
See, the name of the pool, it would be the passage between the India and Sri Lanka would be Park Strait, and the first bridge which was constructed in it was the name of the bridge was Adam's Apple. So right now I don't know the correct name.
I got your point. But if you remember in Mahabharata, there was a bridge. Sorry, in Ramayana, there was a bridge. From that particular bridge, Ramji crossed there, like with all the Sena and all, they crossed that particular pool to go to Sri Lanka, if you remember that, right? So my question is generally, if we throw a stone in water or in a lake, in a river, anywhere, okay, definitely it will sink, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
But what is the logic behind that, that all those stones were not sinking? Like today also, what is the logic behind that, that those stones were not sinking? Because that bridge was made from stones, from small stones. Okay. And if you go today also there, no particular stone will sink in the water. Today, there is a flyover today also. If you see that particular bridge today also stands with that particular strength only. And no stone can sink there. So what is the logic behind that? Why it happens?
See, according to physics, I would try to explain.
Yes.
I would try to guess, right? I would try to guess my answer.
Yes.
See what happens when we throw a stone into the water. Generally, what happens? It sinks. The first question is, why does it sink? The reason behind it that the volume of the weight of the water, the weight of the stone is much greater than the volume of water it displaces. So the weight of the volume, the weight of the stone is very great. That is why the water is not able to keep that up. Considering a next case, if I take the same volume of the stone, considering it to be the material made of thermocol, it won't sink. Why? The reason being that its weight is very less compared to the amount of water it is displacing. So it would flow. So I would think that I don't know the correct answer of that thing, but I try to explain myself in the concept of physics, right?
Cool. Okay, got your point. My next question to you is: suppose I keep a dead body, okay, in a box. That box is completely sealed, okay, and not even air can pass from that box, okay. If I throw that box in a river, okay, so my question is that box will sink or it will float in the river, and give me the reason why it happens. Whatever happens, why it happens.
Out there, I think because of vacuum, I guess. I think because of vacuum, most probably. But
Okay,
according to me, it should float, right?
it
It
should
must
float. Why?
float. It
Dead
should
body
float.
might be having some weight, right?
Yes,
Box might
yes.
be having some weight, okay. So altogether, it might be of 100 kgs, okay. Take an imaginary example of 100 kg, okay. If I
Hmm.
throw something of 100 kg in a river
Because
or
of
anywhere, it won't
the
float, right?
presence of vacuum, I guess. Because of the presence
Okay,
of vacuum.
vacuum. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think Zishan, the interview is done now. Okay, I think this particular part of the academic section is done now. Okay, so I will be asking you few more questions regarding Byjus. Okay, try to be honest with all those answers as well. Okay, first question is, what is your salary expectation?
See, the salary expectation is, no, I don't need to. It was already written in the ad that it is
Hmm.
around 4 lakh basic and plus 1.5 lakhs incentive and all. So that is it.
Okay, that is okay for you.
Yeah, that is okay for me.
Cool. Okay, and Zishan, in our company, we have a thing called bond. Okay, so everyone who comes to our company has to sign a bond. Okay, and for academics, for BDAs, we have a bond of 2 years, but for academics we have a bond of minimum 4 years. Okay, if you join Byjus, you have to sign a bond of 4 years, then only you will be able to be a part of Byjus. So are you ready for that?
Considering the same salary.
So salary, definitely it will hike, like according to the market scenario, definitely you'll have a hike. Salary is just as a beginning, as you are starting with Byjus, so you'll have the initial salary. But if you perform well, if you are doing well, definitely salary will increase. But you'll have to sign a bond of 4 years. Otherwise, there's a problem in hiring you.
Okay, fine. I'll go ahead with that.
Are you
Fine, no
sure?
problem.
Because if you
Yes.
don't follow the norms, then you'll have to pay 5 lakh rupees as a compensation for breaking the bond. So are you okay with that?
Yes, yes, definitely, sir. Not an issue.
No issues with that? Sure.
No issues. Yeah, sure,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. So I think now the interview is done. Okay. And now we'll head to the feedback section. Okay. Of the session.